Hi, this is Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally, showing you the dump haul we got this week. And I'm going to flip 3 items today on this video. So the first thing is this child's chair, typical little small wooden chair. And then one of those shelves with the hanging pegs in it. It's a pretty good size. It's missing a peg. And then a round coffee table that has a round bottom as well. I actually have a plan for both pieces of wood. A very beat up oval coffee table. This wooden, I guess, spice rack, I would say. And this inlay box that has definitely seen better days. Then this bench, I actually think it will be pretty adorable once it's done. And then my friend gave me this really pretty woven basket. I have a great idea. I'm just waiting for some lavender to come in the mail. And then the only thing I purchased was at Goodwill. I got these 3 small stools, $3 each. And I can't wait because I have a great idea for one of those round pieces of the table. Oh, I almost forgot. My husband brought home these very strange shaped shelves. I'll use the wood for something. So project number 1 is simple. Took this smaller basket and taped off the rim, the natural rim, because I like the look of the rim, and then mixed up kind of a light green paint, silver sage, I think, and then used some decorative wax on it. Easy peasy. And here it is, all done. I like the two-tone look. There's plenty of things that you could do with it. Here is one way that I have it displayed. And then here is another way. And I think it came out cute. Project number 2. This one required quite a bit more work. This inlay box, I tried to give it away, honestly, and I couldn't. The top of it was just so ruined. It took me forever to clean it up and tear out the paper that was inside, but it had this cute little inlay near the keyhole. So I decided to take out the molds and the air dry clay and to make something for the top of it. So with those molds, any mold, you have to cornstarch first so that it doesn't stick. And then you press your clay in and then press it out onto a flat surface, and it just put it on the box while it's wet. And you do have to use a wood glue, so I used some Type-On glue while it was still wet. And you want to make sure you cover the entire back of the surface so that it adheres very well. And then once it was laid down and I kind of pressed it a little bit, it got some glue on the edges, so I just took a paintbrush and wiped that away. And then I taped off the pretty inlay so that I wouldn't mess it up. And then I had a little bit of a darker green color that I really love, a little more sage. And I added some baking soda to it to give it a little bit of texture. Mix that up really good. Not quite the cement look. I didn't want it quite so textured, but I kind of stippled it a little bit with the brush because it was such a rough surface. And gave it 2 coats. And then once that was dry, I went ahead with the white wax and I waxed, I removed that little inlay first. That would mean the tape over the inlay. And then I had to take a little brush to clean up that and make it look nicer, cleaner. And then I took the white wax and I waxed the entire piece with that bare wax. You can use any kind of white wax, and then you just put it on with a brush, and then you take a paper towel or a rag or something to wipe it off with. And then I went ahead and I just wiped the whole thing, just leaving just a small amount to get into the lines and the places where the crevices were, and I think it came out really lovely. But then I had to contend with the interior of the box, which I had peeled all the other stuff out of, and I had this musical kind of paper. So I took some Mod Podge and then cut the paper. It was a little bit tricky to get the right measurements, but I wanted to make sure that I had two pieces, one for the interior bottom and one for the top. And then, creased it and, knew where I was going to have to cut it. And then I Mod Podged the entire inside, and then I laid down the bottom and up the sides, and it does wrinkle as you do that. It kind of looks old. And then you take your Mod Podge and cover the entire thing as well. And then when it's completely dry, you sand the edges, and then I just took the green paint and repainted or painted over the part that was still wood. And it actually came out so lovely. I cannot even believe how beautiful it looks. So I hope you like it. And then here is project number 3, which is that wooden spice cabinet is what I'm calling it. And this one I used some interior flat paint in white. And if I'm honest, I don't think Valspar is all that great. I think it is kind of thin. It took 3 full coats to get that covered. And then once that was dry, I took these fun farmhouse letters from IOD in the IOD stamp section, and the Stays On ink in black. I laid my letters out the way I wanted them to be, and I just pressed them right on where I wanted them to be on the wood with that black ink. And it really came out cute. And then I took it out and I distressed all the edges with a sandbar and sanding block. And then here it is, decorated with spices. So please let me know which of those 3 are your favorite. Give me a thumbs up, and I would love it if you'd share this video. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.